Welcome back to Raw Mango Girlies, everyone. And today, for another interesting and amazing conversation, we have Kritika here with us today. So, thank you, Kritika, for joining the podcast.
Hello, hello. I'm so glad you guys invited me. I've been
Thank you
watching
so much for
your
joining.
podcast and it's been amazing and it's even greater to be on it now.
Kritika, growing up, what did success meant to you? What was it?
Okay, frankly speaking, when I was a kid, I used to see these 12th standard people and, going and college people going to colleges without their uniform and just like I have projects to work on, so it used to feel so cool. And I as a kid used to it was very simple for me. I used to feel like, oh my god, no school, no uniform, I'm going to be a college person one day. And I used to look up to those things and those people, and I used to feel that is success. But when I came to the college life, I realized there is a whole world out there to, choose from, or, decide what you want to be. You could be anything you wanted. And I feel now that I was privileged because I could think that and I could have those options laid out in front of me. Um, and then I was, first of all, very grateful for that kind of opening that I had. And after that, I was like, I can do whatever I want. And now success for me means I need to be happy in whatever I do. And that's it.
Yeah. What about you, Sneha?
Like, what success for me means now? When I started like dreaming of having a career and everything, I always thought that I'll be a dentist. I don't know. It's so funny.
In that way, I used to look at my dad and always felt like, ooh, corporate stuff. I'll also wear
Yeah.
coat pant. And I used to always be more lured towards the aesthetics of the work because I
Yeah.
didn't know what actual work meant. So it's like, oh, I will also wear coat pant and have a briefcase and I'll go to
Yeah, yeah.
office. Now I hate that. Now I want to be away from the corporation.
Yes,
I want to do
yes.
anything apart from that.
And then obviously that didn't happen. Like the dentist thing was because my dad was a dentist and somehow I found it fascinating, right? Similar to you.
Mhm.
But then obviously math, science was dabba goal. I couldn't. I couldn't. Like I failed in maths all the time. And you need
Yeah.
some, क्या बोलते हो इंडिया में PMC?
Hmm.
Physics, maths, chemistry
Yeah.
का दिमाग तो था ही नहीं. Like I didn't have that. So obviously I switched to commerce and everything. And then, you start watching movies, and, in these movies, you have these women wearing these pencil skirt and stilettos and walking and, bossing around men and everything. Devil Wears Prada is a very good example.
Yeah.
So that used to be success for me, right? And I'm like, but now obviously it has changed because like I started to know like what I really want to do in life. I want to do something creative, like something like we're doing right now, this podcast, and I want to create something. I want to tell stories and all of that. So yeah, now my success would look like I would like to make money off what I love doing. I think for all of us it's the same, right? Yeah.
Both of you have said, right, like these aspirations, like childhood aspiration and things you wanted to do. Like, do you think now, after like so many years, do you think like any cultural expectation influenced those aspiration you had when you were younger?
Before
How do you
before we go to that question, we also would like to know what was your childhood
Yeah, that's what I was
aspirations and
asking.
what is it now?
Yeah,
What is success for you
that's what I
now?
was asking.
Yeah, I wanted to become a lawyer when I was a kid. I truly wanted to become a lawyer. And I think I was fascinated by my uncle because he's a lawyer. And I used to see, I have, like, of course, seen him in black coat, like, black coat. And, I always had, like, he always had people around him. Okay, like with he will be doing something like he'll writing something and there'll be like books and all these papers around him. So I used to find it super cool. I'm like, wow, he's helping so many people. There are so many people around him. And because I was a kid, I didn't even know what lawyer meant. But then I was truly fascinated about it, and then I grew up thinking that I will become a lawyer. Of course, it never turned out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that success part has not changed. I always thought that I wanted to do something where people are involved, and I wanted to do something where I could contribute even like 1%. So I hope I'm able to do that, Abhibi. So that will, I think that is very constant for me. I wanted to do something where people are involved. That was success to me. Yeah, now my question was like, did it influence, all these cultural expectation? Like in my case, it did.
Like
Like,
how it did for you to become a
yeah,
lawyer.
did it influence you guys as well?
I'm gonna start with a positive thing because
Okay.
like um culturally influence in terms of like I can do it. Like because my parents, I think I'm lucky in that department that they were supportive of whatever. I think
Mm.
deep down my mom knew कि ये dentist तो नहीं
Were they
होगा.
working? Like your mom was also
Yeah,
working?
both of
Yeah,
them
I
were.
think it makes a lot of change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dad was obviously working and mom was
yeah.
also working. And both of them are in the sciencey thing. So my dad is
Um,
a dentist, mom is a public health expert, right? So something to do with science and health
yeah,
and that. And I have just like like completely different, right? I am in creative field. They didn't even know. So it took me a lot of time to explain to my parents what I do. So for me culturally there was no pressure. They were like, "Haan, theek hai, nahi." In when we were kids, science chhodna was a big thing, remember?
yeah,
Like if we used to say that hum math science nahi karenge 10th ke baad, it used to be like, no, you have to do it because you
yeah,
won't get admissions, there like no money, no job. There was so many pressure that we cannot leave maths. And even then, like my mom was like, nahi ho raha hai, mat kar. Like just don't. You don't have to study maths. You don't. So there are like avenues opening up without maths and science as well, and then you can always figure it out. But ऐसे दिमाग में ऐसे प्रेशर मत डालो कि मुझे मैथ्स ही करना है.
Mine was in a very similar line to what Sneha said, because my parents both were working parents. My mom was an on and off working, and she has tried so many different fields. She has tried art. She has a background in science. She has a background in, she can do sales. She can do what do you say, all kind of like different kind of jobs, teaching, corporate as well. So she has dabbled with a lot. And my dad was a CEO of a, he was in marketing. So I had my avenues open in a way that I can do science if I want to, I can do arts if I want to, I can do corporate marketing if I want to, anything that I wanted I could do. And for me that became an issue, because when you have too much on your plate and you are kind of semi good at all of these
all of
things,
it. Yeah.
it becomes so difficult to choose like what exactly should I go into.
When I was listening to you, I think one thing which helped me, and I would say a lot of people from culture, like the community I belong from, would agree to it if they're watching it. In Bengal, like education is must.
Yeah.
Like, so I would say कि हमारे यहाँ उल्टा होता था. हमारे यहाँ ये जरूर देखते थे that what you are studying in, how much grades you are getting,
Hmm.
what's your performances, how intelligent your whole intelligence IQ is basically parallel to how much you have achieved.
Yeah.
So career is like nahi karna is not an option, like you have to do, right?
I think both of us can relate. But I think Kritika can also like comment if she has some experience. But we moved to Canada now, and it is like it was not an easy move. Let's just say that. But for me, because I'm asking this question, because for me personally, there was a lot of adjusting and unlearning I had to do in terms of my career when I moved to
Yeah.
Canada. And then more than like unlearning and learning new skills, for me it was like I don't know why, but I just used to be like very nervous around people here because I worked as a producer for like let's say 7 years in India, and like as a producer, like you really have to be a people's person, right? You have to like be
Yeah.
on command and like you have to own the room kind of a thing. So I'd done that, but like here suddenly I don't know something dipped, and like I was just not good at my job anymore. And it took me again years to like build that. Like I used to feel nervous talking in English and stuff like that because I like I know this is their first language, it's not mine, but it's not like I have bad English. It's just like in top of your head, you know these things, but then you always, and then you start making mistakes, and then you start like, feeling bad about yourself. Nisi, did you go through that cycle as well?
I still go through. It's not did you. It's very present in
It's
day-to-day life.
better, but I
But I feel like it only gets better when you start talking with the same person again and again at your workspace. But the moment I move to a different environment altogether, somehow that conditioning kick in where I'm like, think, how our brain works. I think every immigrant's brain work like that. We know so many languages, first of all, right? Like I know three languages very fluently, right? And then you understand other languages a little bit here and there. So when I speak to people, so of course I'm speaking in English, but like in my head, it's English, Hindi, Bengali, everything. Like it's a mixture. So I think sometimes it becomes so difficult for me to articulate because my brain is racing with all these languages. So I think yes, I do feel it sometimes. I feel like I was way confident when I was in India
yeah,
than here because maybe I was in my very comfort zone. We have a certain way of saying things also, like,
yeah,
and our articulation is very different because we grew up in a certain environment. And then suddenly, you come to an environment where you are the minority, so it hits you a
yeah,
little bit. Yeah. देख
I
कितना
think
अच्छे से I've articulated. I can't like this. Normally I can't.
you explained it so well.
Normally I'm like because I can see South Asian faces, right? So here
Yeah,
I'm like that one part is off.
so many things like this that I understood in the corporate world, and then I got conscious. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very conscious to speak up in a room full of people because I
people.
used to attend meetings where there are like discussions going on left, right, center. First, I need to grasp their English.
yeah,
Second, I need to participate in the meeting, but when I'm participating my words are getting stuck. I'm like I meant to say, and then it comes out in a worst way possible, and I was
Yeah.
like, you had it in your head, why did it not come out from your mouth? So I think things like this, I don't think so they judge you for it because they
They
also
do. I
know.
don't think they judge at all. It's
I
us.
love that fact about this place in Canada.
Yeah.
They are respectful from where you come from,
Yeah.
and they understand you what you want to say. I don't know if there are other. There might be other places where they are like very off about it, but at some most of the places here, they are very welcoming to new cultural backgrounds. And but there is something in our own head, like why can't we perform our best when we know we can? So I think it only takes a little bit of practice and continuously speaking with them. And I think we would need to put a little more effort on
yeah,
practicing our own English to be able to speak like that, or maybe it that to improve, not necessarily to fit in, but to
yeah,
improve ourselves.
yeah.
It is always better to
More
speak
confident. Yeah,
well and feel confident. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So this is what I felt when I was in my corporation. But yes, there was definitely feeling a lot of like imposter syndrome, kind of like, do
Oh
I
yes.
belong
It's
here? I
it's
don't know.
always there. I understood I have that after coming here.
yeah,
Or
I
probably I
also didn't know
developed it
about
after.
imposter syndrome till I experienced it.
Yeah,
yeah,
same. सो जब हम इंडिया में जैसे काम करते थे ना तो लाइक ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर सीनियर्स एक तो
yeah,
होता है
yeah.
सीनियर इन लाइक पोजीशन एंड एक होता है
Mhm.
सीनियर इन एज एंड अगर
Yeah,
आपका सीनियर है ना तो ये लाइक गॉड भगवान दे कैन नेवर बी रॉन्ग वो एक मेंटालिटी बहुत ज्यादा है राइट लाइक यू हैव टू स्पीक इन अ सर्टेन वे यू हैव टू एड्रेस इश्यूज इन अ सर्टेन वे एंड मेरे को आई थिंक बहुत टाइम लगा ये समझने में यहाँ पर कि वी ऑल आर ह्यूमंस इन अ वे एंड आई
same time.
कैन
Yeah,
address things. I can speak my mind. I can say that this doesn't make sense. I
mm.
want to do it differently or I want to work this in my way. And whether the senior is senior in age or position,
Yeah,
they would have capacity to listen to you, right? But
yeah.
I feel like वो बहुत टाइम लगा मुझे क्योंकि बहुत टाइम तक मैं बोलती ही नहीं थी क्योंकि
Mm.
मुझे ये लगता था that I should not speak
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
because this person is senior to me.
yeah,
So I think that was a cultural move for me that which I had to like relearn that okay, nahi, it's a work environment, it's collaborative, I have to
Yeah.
speak. क्योंकि हम इंडिया में कहाँ बोलते थे मुझे लगता है
I
बोलते
agree
ही
to
नहीं
that.
थे।
या इंडिया में ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट भी है कि सर वाला, सर मैम।
Sir,
हाँ,
sir, madam. Here, there's no sir, madam. You have
there
to
is no
speak
sir
to them
madam।
Yeah.
like just
Like,
call out
I
their
can't
name and
imagine
that's it.
calling my boss sir. I think he'll faint if I do that. He'll be like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like, like there is no sir. वहाँ पे तो इतना sir. I remember like because I used to work in, I'm sure like Neeti can also relate because we used to work in production. And then like lot of these DOP guys used to be these elderly people, right? Like DOP dadas they used to call
yeah,
them, or like whatever. And like even in when I used to work for a news channel, all the DOPs like on the senior DOPs used to be like guys like my father's age or like slightly younger than them. So there was this expectation of like calling them sir. Or yeah,
mm-hmm.
but in the end, they're just like your, and in technically, I am their boss because I'm the producer and I hire that person to work for me,
But you
right?
would still call
Yeah,
like
I
most
still
of them।
there was this expectation, and then like they used to feel offended. Like sometimes I used to like, अरे Mohan ऐसा कर दो, so they used to be like, Mohan बोला मुझे sir नहीं बोला type का। यहाँ पे मैं ऐसे क्या Jake sir, I can't even like think like an example of like this guy called Jake maybe right, who's a
Yeah,
DOP and he's like what 62 let's say, and I was like Jake sir, he'll be like what? Please call me Jake.
yeah।
Yeah,
नहीं,
that's
I think यार मतलब I have felt so deeply कि मेरा accent, I was telling Sneha the other day, I was working with like a European cruise set like for a year, ठीक है, and like वो लोग लंदन से थे एंड जर्मनी से थे एंड आई थिंक देयर वाज अनदर गाय वो शायद सर्बिया या कहीं से था एंड लाइक दे ऑल हैव स्ट्रॉन्ग एक्सेंट्स राइट। और मैं जब उनसे बात करती थी ना तो आई स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग दैट एक्सेंट और फिर मैं उसी एक्सेंट में लाइक आई लूज माय एक्सेंट समहाउ इट्स लाइक मेरा एक्सेंट ही चला गया है। सो एक तो ये भी, सो आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स सबकॉन्शियसली माय एक्सेंट चेंजेस। आई डोंट इवन नो when it changes, when the switch happens, but it happens। What I understood is that a lot of time I have stopped myself from growing also because I felt that this wouldn't be right,
Yeah.
like to do it because it's so conditioned in my head. But now dheere dheere
Learn.
I'm learning, getting better।
about this accent thing. Every time I go to India, I don't have an accent. And they are like, are you sure you've gone to Canada or somewhere else?
Yeah,
Because the other girl, she went to US for a month for vacation and she has come back with an accent. You are living there for more than 10 years and you don't have an accent. I was like, it's what you choose to have in you. Like, I didn't
but
practice that accent. If you
does it
practice that
happen?
accent, you'll get it.
But like ऐसा कभी हुआ है तेरे साथ कि like when जब तू यहाँ पर है and you are having a strong Indian accent like when you speak?
Okay, this is another funny thing. My accent is my accent. I don't know if it is Indian, Western. In India, they think,
Yeah,
oh,
even
you're so Western. Over here, they're like so Indian.
Yeah.
But something funny that I've encountered, if I get comfortable with somebody who is an English speaker, I don't know why, but I get a South Indian English accent.
See, I'm
I'm
just
like,
saying something happens in you.
what? What, yaar? You should understand. I'm like, why am I speaking like this? Wait, hold on. But that is just how comfortable I get with them. And like my cousin, she is born and brought up in US, and she is a proper native English speaker. With her, you see my English with her, you will be like, ये कौन से गांव से आई है लड़की, इसको जरा भी English नहीं आती, कौन से, I don't know why do I get that South Indian. It's just fun. I love that accent and I love
I love
speaking that.
South Indian accent, especially the Bangalore one. Dude.
Exactly.
Do you guys feel like more South Asian after leaving South Asian countries, like from
First of
wherever
all,
we are?
I didn't know what South Asia was or what being a South Asian meant. I thought I'm an Indian. I didn't know
Yeah.
that South Asian term. After coming here, I understood. And now there is like in job descriptions, you have to do your disclosure. You have to choose you are what. I'm like, oh, I'm a minority. or I don't know what I am. Okay, I'm a South Asian. Okay, I didn't know. I had to Google for the first time. Like they just
Yeah.
put South Asian and there was no like in brackets which country it included.
Yeah.
It's like, what is South Asian? What is India come under? That is how I learned that I'm a South Asian. But otherwise, there are too many South Asians
Yeah.
everywhere. So I don't feel like different or separate from anybody. They are the native
But do
people.
you feel more South Asian? Like, do you feel more Indian per se after leaving India?
No.
No, I feel same. Like India, maybe I also felt like this. Now here also, I feel in India now. I feel a little more Western.
Yeah.
Like they don't consider me Indian anymore. Like, अरे
Same,
पराये
same,
देश की
same.
लड़की है अरे. I'm like, come on, man. मेरे अंदर इंडिया ही बसता है. And
मेरे
now
को
I
बसाना ही नहीं है इंडिया मेरे अंदर. There's a
अभी
reason why I left, and I'm very strong about that reason.
You
Like,
guys
अच्छा
feel like multiple versions within you?
नहीं
no,
मुझे से
no, I'm fine. I guess like I left India for a reason, like I said.
Yeah,
Like, so that reason has been successful. Like what I
yeah,
faced in India, I don't face here. It was like other things were not exactly how I imagined when I moved to Canada, but this thing of why the major core part of why I want to leave India has been exactly how I imagined. Now we're talking about career and professional life
yeah,
here, this session. So, like in terms of like how professional people are, that used to be a thing for me in India. How can you take everything personally? Like this is a thing in India where people take everything so personally. So this thing used to really bother me. यहाँ क्या होता है कि you come to work, you talk a little, talk about the weather for the fucking 10th time, I don't know. And then you talk a little, socialize a little, ask about your family, you work, like do your work and go back home, right? And then what happens between that 9 to 5 is just like what happens there. I feel like nobody takes it back home as such. So I think that is like what I like about the professionalism part here. And obviously, people are more open to criticism and feedback. I feel
yeah.
like in India, everything is taken so personally.
Let me ask you one question. Do you guys feel like now that you have been here in Canada for a few years, of course, you had a personality even before coming here,
Yeah.
right? So is there any grief you have from the personality you left? Because I'm sure you are not the same person anymore. What do you guys feel about that?
mm, related to personality. I felt there has only been growth in
Yeah,
my personality. So that was something needed to
mm-hmm.
grow in life. So I was happy in my personality that I had earlier, and I still carry that with me with additions of more understanding or
Yeah,
more exposure that I've had, and correction of certain behaviors, which is
yeah,
still ongoing. I don't think so it's ever going to stop.
mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'm missing that part because that part is still there in me. I have not left it or abandoned it or anything, but I'm carrying it with more additional traits or qualities that I've gained in life.
In life.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you, Sneha?
Yeah. Initially, I used to like grieve the confidence. I had like my confidence like went down because new people, new environment and everything. But like Kritika said, I think that was also needed to like learn a new version
Yeah,
of confidence where you can be confident in front of a room with a lot of different faces who look so different. In India, you're used to seeing one type of face and then you just get used to that. But especially like in client calls and everything, I used to be very, very, very nervous because I had to run like a pre-production meeting or everything, and as a producer you have to run that fully, right? I used to run presentations all the time in India, and I used to
yeah,
talk like on like before COVID it was live and after COVID it was virtual. I felt so bad when my first client call was a shit show. Like it was really bad here.
yeah,
And then that time I was like, oh shit, my whole personality has gone away. All the confidence I've gained in these a decade of working
yeah.
has just come down. That was also part of growth. That was like, you have to grow from this. Okay, ho gaya, client call khatam ho gaya. Now what can I do? What's the next thing I
Yeah.
can do to make it happen and sustain here, because I have to sustain here. And then I think now it's like a lot better.
Yeah. I think for me, I feel like when I was working in India, I was way more rebellious in India than I am here.
Hmm.
And I think it boils down for me is that a lot of things as a woman also I had to fight back a lot in India, which as a woman I don't have to hear anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm more calmer here. Because the things I used to be labeled as rebel or too ambitious or whatever is very normal here. I could just talk and say my point, and if it is valid, it will happen for me. So I think that was a biggest learning I got, shifting culture. And also, though, I would say that there is one thing which, of course, is confidence, but also the part that somehow in the head, when I'm sitting in a room of people who don't look like me, suddenly there is an inferiority,
Yeah.
complex which comes to you, where you may know 10,000 times more better than the other person, but somehow they have a different kind of skin tone. So that makes you feel a little
Nervous.
inferior than others. It's not like I feel inferior, but it's just there. So
Yeah.
that's something, I have to fight back, some days where I
Yeah.
feel like if there is an important meeting or if I have to present something. So I feel like in India, I was more comfortable being like in the starting of the line. And here I like being at the back of the line so that I'm not seen, but I'm doing my work,
Work. Yeah. Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is something which I feel I'm still trying to figure it out.
I think as immigrants, sometimes we underestimate ourselves also, right? We have done so much to get here, and I'm not like undermining anybody's like effort or hard work or success, but like, we are already 10 steps ahead of them. We have come to their country. We've got like our PR. We've done this whole visa thing. And then we also found a job. Now we probably earn as much as them, but we just came to this country 3 years ago, and you've been here all your life. So you should technically be ahead of us, right? But like, we are still like, oh my God, nahi, will I say something wrong, or their culture will not accept how I present myself or my accent or everything. So I think it's just about reminding yourself that you've got this. You've got a lot of
Yeah,
things in life. You've
yeah,
come so far.
I've also noticed like people in workplaces here, they appreciate newcomers coming from different countries because they bring different mindset to the work
Yeah.
of course.
culture. They bring
Real space.
perspectives as well as different ways to do the work.
Work.
Some
Yeah.
some some workflows might not be working here, but then somebody coming from a different background or a different country, they might bring something new to the table. So
Yeah.
I have seen people appreciating new ideas here,
Yeah.
and they actually value um, South Asian minds, because even Asian for that matter, because we are considered extremely hardworking because we are overworked in
Yeah.
India. Here,
Because it's normal in India,
it's
right? Like you
normal.
have to
Even in
survive,
Asia, that people focus on work life balance, but
which I
in
never had.
India, oh, okay, it depends on the field then.
Yeah.
Also, people do appreciate that kind of work ethic and work mindset
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
So you another thing is like you don't have to feel intimidated by the room. You just bring value, focus on bringing value, and things change. That's
Yeah.
it.
If there are rules here, I know Indians hate following rules. ना रास्ते पे रूल होता है, ना मूवी हॉल में कोई लाइन पे लगता है, ना कोई बाथरूम में कोई, सबको भिड़ना है. Like, everybody wants to like get there first. I
Yeah.
don't know to get where, because the train is not moving if you're there first. Especially like when the flight lands, if you get up, fucking the door will not open. No, it will open
Yeah.
when it has to open.
Social
So if you're
etiquettes.
not following rules here, if you're like not following traffic rules or general rules, like in an office or in a government office.
Yeah.
And here what happens is, everything is, if you have your correct paperwork and everything is true, you don't have to go through like
Bribe
sources,
नहीं देना है,
right?
like.
So everything, but it takes how much ever time it takes. Like for me, like I have applied for citizenship, so like it will take certain amount of time, so I have to be like chill about it. People will start complaining, saying कि इतना time लग रहा है, हमने क्या कर दिया, and all of that. They will not follow rules, they will throw garbage, they will talk loudly in like public spaces in their own language, and like not respect, who's there उनके आसपास. Then people will naturally be like who are these, why are they doing this?
Yeah, I completely agree with her point. That's where
I'm
I
not
say that we
supporting
are.
racism. I'm not like हाँ उनको बोलो go back to your own
नहीं, but
country.
थिंग इज कि अगर तुम्हारे कंट्री में भी कोई आकर ये करेगा, यू वुड, तुम्हारे घर पे कोई आके करेगा, फॉरगेट अबाउट कंट्री, समबडी कम्स टू योर हाउस एंड यू हैव लाइक ऑल मेंटेन्ड हाउस, ठीक है, पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, और आके पूरा कचरा करके चले जाए,
Hmm.
कृतिका, यू विल ऑल्सो लूज इट. इट्स वेरी नॉर्मल.
100%, 100%.
You
I
will
feel
also
like
lose it.
as immigrants, we have a very good choice. Okay,
Yeah.
choice, and what do you say? A learning opportunity, basically.
Yeah.
We have a choice of bringing good things from our culture
Yes.
and
Exactly.
taking good things from
Like
this
food.
this
Yeah.
culture and creating a very beautiful life over here for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you're very right. Like, there are things as Indians we need to learn from them, and maybe they also can learn something from us,
Of
but
course.
that's on them. But for
Yeah.
us, we need to learn their social ethics and social etiquettes here, even work
Civic
ethics, even civic sense.
Makes
This is
sense.
the word I
Always.
wanted. Civic
Yeah.
sense kahan hai? So these small things about littering, about speaking loud in public, about having this kind of like munching loudly, or small things which we can learn from people here, is it will make us a good person in general. Here I
So
have seen, like, जहाँ पर देसी कम्युनिटी देसी बोलते हैं, तो वो वाली कम्युनिटी जहाँ पर हो, to understand who lives there, you need to see the surrounding. एंड
Yeah.
वहां पर दिख जाता है, एंड विच इज वेरी, इट आई फील एक्सट्रीमली सैड टू सी दैट कि हम लोग क्यों हमारा खुद का
Which
ये इमेज खराब कर अबाउट सोसाइटी. सोसाइटी में यहाँ पर देर आर इंडियंस, आई हैव मेनी इंडियंस अराउंड मी. दे आर मोर Indian and a little more close-minded than people in India.
yeah.
Some reason I was like, मैं कनाडा में हूँ, तुम लोग कनाडा में, तुम लोग का दिमाग ऐसे क्यों चल रहा है कि तुम्हारी ये टाइम पे शादी हो जानी चाहिए, तुम्हारा ये टाइम पे ये हो जाना चाहिए. तुम ब्रो, यू आर इन कनाडा, ओपन अप अ लिटिल बिट. लाइक, why are so restricted? And in India, Mumbai में specifically, लोग
Yeah.
are even more कि अरे यार कोई बात नहीं, तू chill मार, तू क्या
बाद
कर
में
रही है,
कर लेना.
what is
Yeah.
more. हाँ, it is that. And I'm like, whoa, this is something different I experienced here.
What is something you would want to convey to the younger generation of immigrants, like South Asian
You guys
immigrants, especially women?
आप लोग बोलो.
what I would like to say to them is like, I think you'll have to unlearn everything what you learned back home
Yeah.
and learn everything according to here. And like, don't force it. Like, don't try to get what you had there here. Just embrace the growth, this opportunity that you got, because obviously immigration is an opportunity. You get
Yeah.
so you can improve your future, your lifestyle. If you want to get married, have kids, that also comes to the picture, right? So embrace the opportunity. Don't try to like listen to these people who are saying that अरे ऐसे कर लो वैसे कर लो. नहीं, जो
Yeah.
है properly करो सब. And then just like unlearn what you learned in India or even Nepal or wherever you're from, and embrace the new culture, new identity, new rules, new everything here. Meet good people, make new friends, and
Yeah.
just embrace everything.
Keep your confidence high. ठीक है, वहां पर जैसे लोग हैं यहाँ पर भी सेम लोग हैं. You are not inferior, you are neither inferior nor superior, you are
Yeah.
equal. Think of that, and think of bringing goodness wherever you go. Goodness in your the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak to yourself. You be as good as you are. You don't have to be extra or less. Just be a good person where you go, represent yourself in a decent manner, and learn. There's so much to learn here, from the smallest of smallest thing to the biggest of biggest thing, from all people around you, from the rules and regulations. As you said, there's so much new things to learn. This is the
Yeah.
way it is safe for us. You can learn those things and learn the healthy lifestyles people follow here. People are
Yeah.
very what do you say, फिटनेस ओरिएंटेड अभी इंडिया में भी है, बट यंगस्टर्स है, ओल्डर
Hmm.
जनरेशन में अभी आ रहा है. If you're
Yeah.
old, if you're I'm sorry, if you're a mature generation who are coming here, learn the healthy lifestyles people follow, learn their, imbibe those things.
तुम लोगों ने इतना कुछ कवर कर दिया है,
तो
बट आई
एक
थिंक
कुछ हटके कवर करो भी.
कुछ हटके नहीं है यार. आई थिंक तुम लोगों ने सारे पॉइंट कवर कर दिए, बट हाँ मतलब सिविक सेंस कैरी करो. एंड अगर नहीं है इंडिया में या फिर जहां से भी, विच एवर कंट्री यू आर फ्रॉम.
Okay, that was a lovely conversation. Thank you, Kritika. I know we went a little ahead of time, but I think it was worth it. We got so many interesting things to talk about and cover. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I love this conversation and I hope the audience loves it too.